Hello. In this video, we're going to look at the evaluator's experience in your procurement portal. As an evaluator, you would have received an email that you've been invited to take part in a project, or that some criteria has been released for your review. We're going to start on the login page, where you're able to input your email address and your password. From there, it's going to bring us into the projects page. This is where we can see all of the projects that have been assigned to us to review. On this dashboard here, you're going to be able to see the status of the projects. We can see whether it's in the open status, evaluation status, or the completed status. If a project is in the open or completed status, you will not be able to complete any of the evaluation. On the projects, you're also going to be able to see and track the progress of your evaluation. We're also going to be able to see a schedule. So in this case, the project is in the evaluating stage. So we have 38 days until this project evaluation is due. On this page, in order to open up a project, you're simply going to select the name. So in this case, let's go ahead and select janitorial services. Once you open up a project, you're going to be able to see some of the key details that the project owner set up, including the title, the reference number, the type of project that it was. We can see a timeline of this project, including any of the auto reminders that will be sent to reviewers to remind you when evaluations are due. Scrolling down on this page, we're also able to see a project description, and any of the events that were added to the project. If we bring our attention to the left-hand navigation panel, you can see there are a number of other sections that we have access to. If we take a look at files, we're going to be able to see any internal files that have been added to the project. So your project owner could have added evaluation instructions or any other documents for you to review. We can also see any of the public files. These are all of the files that were shared with the vendors. To view any of the internal or public files, all you need to do is select the file name, and it's going to open up a document preview. If you wish to download any of these documents, feel free to select the Actions button and the Download option. Just below that file section, we have the Messages section. Here you can see any internal discussions with the project owner, or maybe anyone internal to the organization also associated with this project. We can also see any of the public notices that have been posted. Lastly, in the Messages section, there's also the public Q&A. If this feature was enabled on the project, you as an evaluator will be able to see all of the questions that were asked and the answers that were provided. Now, just below Messages is the Submissions section. This is going to be the most important part to your evaluation. This is where all of the bids that were submitted will be visible. On this page, we're going to be able to see the supplier name, when the submission was received. You can also see any of the documents or data that have been uploaded as a part of those submissions. We can also see our progress. So how much of the evaluation you've actually completed thus far. And we'll be able to access our scorecard. If we wish to view any of the documents, simply selecting the drop-down menu under the Documents/Data column will allow you to open up the documents. This is going to be a preview of the document within the portal. In the top left-hand corner, you're going to be able to see the vendor name, the requested information slot that it was uploaded into, as well as the file name. We're going to be able to access our scorecard here, take any notes that are personal to us, and we can download this file if we notice that there are missing information or inaccurate details. We do recommend that you download it to ensure 100% accuracy of the content. On the far right-hand side, we're also able to open up another document if we need to. Let's go ahead and open up our scorecard. Here we're going to be able to review any of the criteria that has been released to us. Once we select score, we're going to be able to input our score. This here is an example of a rated scale from 0 to 10. We're simply going to select a number on that scale, and then we're going to provide a primary reason. We're also required to add in a comment here. And from there, we're going to go ahead and save score. You'll notice once we've input that, our score has been locked in. We can see our comment. And as long as the evaluation group is still released, we're going to be able to edit it or delete it. This next one here is an example of the pricing criteria. We're simply going to input the the price, as well as the comment. And we'll go ahead and save score. Within the procurement portal, once we've entered the price for all of the vendors who have submitted, the portal is going to automatically use our formula to award the most or maximum points to whoever has the lowest cost. Once we fill out all of our scores, we can hit hide. We can go back using the back arrow located in the top left-hand corner. And we'll see our progress has been updated. If we want to download any of the vendor documents, we could also do that by selecting Actions and download all files for a particular vendor. We also have the ability to download all active proposals. If you wish to access the scorecard from the main submissions page here, we can also do that by selecting the scorecard option and filling out the scorecard here. Lastly, in your evaluator's view, there is a Your Scores option on the left-hand navigation panel, and this is going to allow you to see all of your scores that you've input. And that's it. You'll notice it's quite simple to complete an evaluation in the portal. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the support team or access the Purchaser Help Center if you need anything. Thank you.